Why do so many heat pumps fail to provide comfort in their first cold winter? The answer isn't typically the equipment. It's the building envelope. Here's what most contractors miss. You can install the most efficient heat pump on the market, size it perfectly according to the manual, and still have an angry customer calling you when it's 15 degrees outside. I've seen it happen dozens of times. The homeowner's watching their system run constantly. Their utility bills are climbing, and they're convinced you sold them junk. But here's the truth that nobody talks about. The heat pump is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's fighting a losing battle against a building that's bleeding heat faster than a system can replace it. Hi, I'm Chris with HVAC Pro Blog, and I've been in this business for decades. And I've spent the last few years teaching contractors across New England how to actually engineer HVAC systems instead of just selling boxes. Today, we're tackling the single most important relationship in residential comfort, the building envelope and your HVAC system. And if you don't understand how these two work together, you're going to keep dealing with callbacks, bad reviews, and customers who think you're a crook. Let me paint you a picture. Last year, I was consulting a contractor who just installed a 2-ton mini split in a Cape-style home. It was a beautiful install. Clean line sets, everything looked perfect. 2 weeks later, the homeowner called and said that the system couldn't keep up. The contractor was furious, and he checked his load calc. He verified the equipment specs. Everything should have worked. But when the energy auditor showed up and did a blower door test, we found the house was leaking like a screen door. The building envelope was so compromised that his perfectly sized system never stood a chance. So what is exactly building envelope? Think of it like as your home's first line of defense against the outside world. It's the physical barrier between conditioned space and unconditioned space. We're talking about your walls, your roof, your foundation, your windows, your doors, and every single crack, gap, and hole in between. The building envelope has one job: keep the inside in and the outside out. When it does that job well, your HVAC system becomes a precision tool. When it fails, your system becomes a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Here's where most contractors get it backwards. They treat the HVAC system like it's independent from the building. They run their load calc, plug in some numbers, pick equipment, and call it a day. But the manual J is only as good as the building data you feed it. If you're using default values for insulation and air leakage instead of actual measured conditions, your load calc is basically fiction. You're guessing. And in this business, guessing costs you money and reputation. Let me break down the 3 ways the building envelope directly controls your HVAC performance. First is heat transfer through the envelope itself. This is conduction. Heat always moves from warm to cold. In the winter, heat inside the house wants to escape through the roof, walls, windows, and floor. In summer, heat outside wants to push its way in. The rate of that transfer depends entirely on your insulation values and your surface areas. A poorly insulated attic can account for as much as 25 to 40% of your total heat loss in the winter. That means your heating system has to work 25 to 40% harder just to compensate for that bad envelope. You could install the most efficient heat pump ever made, and it's still fighting physics. Second is air leakage. This is the one that kills more comfort than anything else. Air leakage is uncontrolled air movement through cracks, gaps, and holes in the building envelope. Every time hot air leaves and cold air leaks into the house during winter, your heating system has to warm it up from the outdoor temperature to indoor temp. That's not just a little extra work. That's a massive heat load. Studies from the Department of Energy show that air leakage can account for 25 to 40% of the heating and cooling energy use in a typical home. Think about that. Nearly half your system's capacity could be wasted just trying to condition the air that's sneaking in through gaps that you can't even see. And here's what makes air leakage so dangerous. It's invisible. You can't see it. Your customer can't see it. But your heat pump sure feels it. I've seen homes tested where the blower door showed they were exchanging their entire volume of air every 5 minutes. That's 12 air changes per hour. That means every 5 minutes, the HVAC system has to start over from scratch, heating and cooling a completely fresh batch of outdoor air. No system can keep up with that efficiently. Third is solar heat gain and thermal mass. In summer, the sun beats down on your roof and walls, and that heat soaks into the building. Dark roofs can reach 150 to 170 degrees on a sunny day. That heat doesn't just sit there. It conducts through your roof deck, radiates into your attic, and eventually makes its way into your living space. If you've got a poor attic insulation and ventilation, your cooling system is fighting the sun all day long. I've measured and worked in attics in July that were 140 degrees. You can install the biggest AC unit ever made and it's still trying to overcome a massive heat gain from above. Now, here's where it gets interesting for you as a contractor. When you understand this relationship, you stop being an equipment installer and you become a building scientist. You start asking different questions during your sales visit. Instead of just saying, what size system do you have now? You're looking at the windows. You're checking the attic access. You're asking when the insulation was last upgraded. You're even pulling out your thermal camera and showing the homeowner exactly where their money's leaking out. My experience in the past changes how I would approach every job. Now when I teach contractors, I tell them your load calc starts with the envelope, not the equipment. You need to know what you're working with. Is this a tight, well-insulated home built in the last 10 years? Or is this a 1950s ranch with original windows and no wall insulation? Those two scenarios require completely different approaches, even if they're the same square footage. Here's a practical example. Let's say you're quoting a heat pump for a 1,500 square foot ranch. You run a quick load calc using default values, and it spits out a load of 36,000 BTUs. So you quote a 3-ton system. What if you did a blower door test and found that the house is leaking 3,000 CFM at 50 pascals of pressure? That's incredibly leaky, like 15 air changes per hour. Your actual heat loss might be more like 50,000 BTUs or more because of that air infiltration. Suddenly, your 3-ton system's undersized, and you're gonna have an angry customer. But here's the flip side, and this is where the real opportunity lives. What if instead of just selling them the bigger system, you partner with an insulation contractor or an energy auditor? What if you told them, look, I can sell you a 4-ton system that'll keep up with your current load, but you're gonna pay 30% more to operate it over the next 15 years. Or we can air seal your house and upgrade your attic insulation. Then I can install a properly sized 3-ton system that uses less energy, costs less to run, and keep you more comfortable. Which option makes more sense? You see, that conversation changes everything. You're not just a salesman anymore, you're a consultant. You're showing them the whole picture. And most importantly, you're setting yourself up for success instead of a callback. Let me give you another real world scenario. I was training a group of contractors last month, and one of them told me about a job where he installed a mini split in a sunroom addition. The homeowner complained it couldn't keep the room cool in the summer, and the contractor was baffled. He sized the unit correctly based on square footage, but when he dug into it, we found out the sunroom had single pane windows on 3 sides and almost no insulation in one of the walls. The solar heat gain alone was overwhelming the system. The building envelope was working against him from day one. At that point, the solution wasn't a bigger mini split. The solution was to help the homeowner understand that no HVAC system can overcome terrible building envelope performance. They ended up adding insulated cellular shades to some of the windows and blowing cellulose insulation into the walls. Suddenly, that same mini split worked perfectly. And the contractor saved his reputation and the customer got the comfort that they wanted. Here's what this means for your business. Every time you walk into a home for an estimate, you need to evaluate the building envelope before you talk about equipment. You need to know what's the insulation situation in the attic walls and basement. What's the tightness of the home? What's the window quality? Are there any major thermal bridges or bypasses? Is there adequate attic ventilation? These questions matter more than whether you install brand A or brand B. And here's the truth that most contractors don't want to hear. Sometimes the right answer is to tell the homeowner they need envelope improvements before they spend the money on a new HVAC system. I know that's hard. I showed up to sell a heat pump, and now you're telling them they need to spend money on insulation first? But that's integrity. That's being a professional, and in the long run, that's what builds a reputation that competitors can't touch. And I've had contractors tell me, Chris, I can't afford to turn away jobs by telling people they need insulation. I get it, but here's what I tell them. You can't afford not to. Because if you install a system in a house with terrible envelope, you own that performance problem forever. That customer is going to blame you when their bills are high. They're going to blame you when the system runs constantly, and they're going to write a bad review. They're going to tell their neighbors that you're a ripoff artist. Is that really worth a quick sale? The contractors who get this relationship right are the ones growing their business right now. They're differentiating themselves from every other contractor who just shows up with a price. They're using tools like thermal cameras and blower doors to show homeowners problems that they didn't even know existed. They're building partnerships with insulation companies and energy auditors so they can offer complete solutions instead of just equipment swap outs. Think about it this way. The building envelope and the HVAC system are married to each other. They're in a relationship whether you acknowledge it or not. When the envelope is strong and tight, your HVAC system can perform efficiently with smaller capacity and lower operating costs. When the envelope is weak and leaky, even the best equipment struggles and your customer suffers. Your job is to understand that relationship and communicate it to your customers in a way that makes sense. So here's what I want you to do after watching this video. On your next sales call, spend 15 minutes evaluating the building envelope before you talk about equipment. Look in the attic. Check the basement or crawl space. Use a thermal camera if you have one. Ask questions about when upgrades were done. Take notes. Then, when you present your proposal, talk about the envelope first. Show them what you found, explain how it affects their comfort and energy use. Then, introduce your HVAC solution in the context of what the building can support. This approach takes more time up front, but it saves you time, money, and headaches on the back end. And it positions you as the expert who actually cares about solving their problems, not just moving boxes. The relationship between the building envelope and HVAC performance isn't complicated. It's just cause and effect. A good envelope makes your job easier. A bad envelope makes your job impossible. And the contractors who understand this difference are the ones customers trust, recommend, and call back when they need more work. If you want to stop chasing callbacks and start building a reputation as the contractor who gets it right, understanding the building envelope is where it starts. Please click on the link in the description to watch the 15-point system design audit that shows you exactly where your process is breaking down and how to fix it. Thanks for joining me this week at HVAC Pro Blog. We provide advice for residential system design, quality installation, and system diagnosis. I'll see you soon.